Yeah, we outside. Weather feels good, man. It's a perfect day. Thought I'd get out here for y'all. Press one if you guys could see me and there's no glare. Press one to give a thumbs up. If you guys can see me, there's no glare. There's no visual issues. We're gonna cook today. If it ain't no layup, we don't want it. Shout out to TJ McAvoy Jensen. Shout out to my brother Brown Hornet, 1975. Press one if you can see me. If everything is good, and if everything is good, we're gonna get this thing started. Right? We keeping this live stream up. Y'all know how we do. After this live stream, this one, the next live stream moving forward, you guys can hit the super chat. You guys can donate. You guys support. And man, it's this podcast thing. I got a great vision for. We're gonna have a lot of different guests. We're gonna have some women sometimes. We're gonna have guys from different backgrounds. Hey, we even gonna do sports. We're gonna talk about sports. We're gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff because the podcasting is the way to go. And of course, the main channel is for advice, tips, motivation, anything. You know, if you're still in the field dealing with women, etc., etc. We're gonna get this going. Shout out to all the guys, man. The moderators, great to see you, man. Listen, stop dating. Stop taking women on dates. Stop trying to wine and dine them. Stop trying to do all this stuff because what's happening is these women are taking advantage of you. And some guys like, man, I don't date no more. Yeah, that's a small percentage of you. A small percentage of you know the game. A good 2 to 3% of you understand women. And you guys understand that women will take advantage of you if you let them. But there's an overwhelming majority of men on this planet, a growing population, who thinks that simping, who thinks that chivalry is not dead and gone. And women understand that they are using guys for they dollar. They never was into you. I always tell you guys, don't lead with money. If you feel like that you got to break your wallet out, if you feel like you got to spend money on a woman for her to be around you, what needs to happen is you need to cut that woman off. If she's requiring you to spend money, and I'm uploading someone on the Patreon after this live stream. Make sure you guys become a patron. We got a lot of fire, good content for you, man. If you feel like that she's pressuring you to spend money to be in her presence, listen, wipe your hands clean with her, man. You don't want that type of woman around you. The type of women you want around you is women who are going to want to please you, who are going to want to see you happy, right? The more you roll the red carpet out for women, the more you try to show them that you respect them, the less they will respect you. Because truth be told, women don't like being respected. They like being talked down to, spit on, kicked, put down. Women always have to look up to a man. And by paying women and going on dates, guys, that has to stop. That has to stop. Learn game. Learn. I give you guys so many tips and advice and understanding women and knowing what to look out for. There's no way guys are still falling by the wayside. Guys are still tripping over their own feet. See, the issue is, the reason why guys are still paying for these dates and taking women out and doing all this crazy stuff is because they don't think that they're deserving. They don't think that they're good enough. They don't think that they're able to have a woman around them just for them. That's not the case. Because if you really look at it, what women do is need you. They need you for resources. They need you for all that stuff. So the more you try to prove yourself to a woman by taking them on dates, I thought we was done with this, but guess what? There's a majority of the population of men still have that 1950 way of thinking. They're still thinking that I have to do this in order for a woman to like me. Just think of that. Like, she's not even liking you for you. That's why I told you guys, stop, cut the dates out. The only two places you should be taking, or two places you'd be taking women is to a park to go for a walk. Heck, majority of these women need a walk. They so overweight and obese and out of shape. A walk in the park. If she can't meet you there, then say, hey, let's meet at a Starbucks. And she pays for her coffee, you pay for your coffee. If she refuses to do any of that, wipe your hands clean, man. Because it's not even going to be worth it. The worst type of sex you can have from a woman is the transactional sex. That sex, she will always look for something from you. She will always be thinking about, okay, what can I get out of this guy before or after I sleep with him? She will always be trying to one-up you and play these games. Those type of women, you need to just get rid of them, guys. Only deal with women who are going to cooperate and do what you want, number one. And two, you don't have to pay for nothing. Now, again, it's up to you if you would decide to break bread on a woman down the line. Okay. But I see too many dudes. Y'all be amazed. Y'all would think like, who's still taking women on dates? You know who's still taking women on dates? A lot of dudes. Because they email me about taking women on dates. And where should they take this woman? Where should they do this? Where should they do that? The only places you should be taking women is to your bedroom, to the park, or to a Starbucks. And the reason why I say Starbucks, because there's Starbucks everywhere. Guys got to get out of this old, weak programming. Now, let me ask you guys this. What makes a woman worth you taking her out and spending your money? Let me ask you guys this. What makes her worth all of that? I don't care if the date is $2. I don't care if it's a sum off the dollar menu. I don't care if it's a bubble gum out of the bubble gum machine. What makes her so worth it? A lot of guys saying nothing, but I guarantee you, it's guys just want sex. They don't think they're good enough. See, guys, you gotta understand, women, you teach women and people how to treat you. So if you're leading with money right off the bat, don't try to switch it up and be like, okay, I'm not gonna pay for nothing now. No, you're already leading with money from day one. She's gonna expect it from day one. Right? And if you don't lead with any money, if you lead with sex, if you just lead with yourself and your aura and your masculinity, well, guess what? That's what she's gonna want from then on. Now you can build up to that and take her out if you want to, because some guys like to do that stuff. You smash the chick. I got the try before you buy method. So if you have let's say you go into a store, a grocery store, and you see samples out there, you know what the average man would do? The average man would just say, okay, hey, I'll buy that product. They wouldn't even test drive it. That's how dumb men look. Like, they don't test drive it. They don't try the sample and be like, Like, you don't sleep with the woman a couple times and smash and say, There's so many men that just go out and buy it. They just buy the product. Just like they going out for a test drive. They walk into the dealership and the dealer's like, hey, we got this car right here. And you know how many majority of men, this is how they look. Majority of men look like this. Oh, I'll just buy that car. Just give it to me. It looks good. And the dealer like, you don't want to try it? He's like, oh, I'll just take the car. It looks good. And they just buy the car and they drive off the lot. They don't even know what problems got with it. The usage history, the previous owners, aka how many dudes smashed, how many dudes she's been with, what's under the hood. Dudes don't check none of that. Dudes don't ask any questions. They don't do none of that. Only thing they do is they just like, oh, okay, you know what? I just want that car because it looks good. It's sad, man, but it's true. And many men, it's messed up as it sounds. They're literally lonely. I have a hard time understanding this because there's like at least 2 to 3 women per man in America. Now I'm not sure where you guys live at around the globe. There's literally 2 to 3 women per man. Now in Georgia or Atlanta, it's like 7 to 1. So how are guys still paying for sex? How are guys still not just sex deprived, but feeling they got to take women on all these extravagant dates? They got to do all this stuff for women. What? How does that make any sense? I'm still confused. Because it's not like that women are just like hiding that they use guys. They blatantly, openly tell guys. They straight up tell you guys what they're out for. And that's for a free meal and a free drink. And a lot of guys think that, okay, it's just a couple dollars. But over time, you're creating a bad habit. You're creating a habit where you have to, you feel as though I'm not good enough or she won't accept me if I don't pay for something. That's bad. You're creating a monster within yourself. And that monster is simping. A lot of guys aren't masculine. They're just simps in disguise. With a scrotum attached to them. That's it. Dudes that just walking around worshiping random chicks. I look at comment threads on Twitter and Facebook. It's just sad and pathetic. How many men are just willing to not just lay their life on the line, but their dignity, they willing to get a soul to sniff these women. I seen a thread earlier, and all I see is all these dudes commented under females, and I put it on Patreon. So guys, make sure you become a patron. And dudes like some girls like, tell me I look like a queen. Tell me I look like Pocahontas. And all you see is dudes under there. Yes, you do, queen. You are so amazing. I'm like, and it just makes me, it not just makes me sick. I just look like, how did things get to this point? How? The women are literally using you guys for foodie dates, foodie calls. Dudes are so sex deprived, they're like, okay, I'll feed a chick. I'll do this, I'll do that. And dudes, they're not even getting this. I can see, here's the thing. Here's the thing I wouldn't have an issue with necessarily. That, okay, if you pay for a meal for a woman and you getting sex afterwards, a good 98% of men are paying for dates and ain't getting no, not just getting no sex, but they're not even hearing from these women. Literally, they're not even hearing from these women. And think about it, dudes think that they can get lucky like that. They think that, well, if I keep trying this way, if I keep trying it one more time, if I buy another drink, some chick gonna take the bait. It's almost like, guys, it's almost like you're literally casting your line and you throwing it out into the ocean with a hot piece of hot dog, with a piece of hot dog on it or a worm, and you keep throwing it out there, and you like, okay, hopefully I get a fish, and you get nothing, and you keep casting it 5, 10, 20, 100 times. The definition of insanity is continuing to do the same thing over and freaking over again, but expecting a different result. And guys email me, they message me like, Darius, I don't believe you when you getting laid and you sleeping with women for nothing. Really? That's how poor the man's mind is. That's how bad it is. That's how weak it is. Dudes are like, they email me, bash me like, how do you get sex without paying? Dudes actually just like, okay, they just born out of the womb. They just like a baby. They just ready to simp. It's like they born from, they come out of their mother and they holding either a debit card, a credit card, or they holding a debit card and some money. Like a little baby, and they just looking to simp. Like trained from the uterus. Straight from the placenta. Such a pathetic way of thinking, man. Let me ask you guys and be honest with me. How many dates have you taken women on just this year alone? Who's this guy keeps saying shots fired? It's like a scratch off addiction. It's like you just keep scratching off and like, hopefully you get some sex. Like you just keep taking women on dates, hopefully I get some sex. Hopefully I get some. You know, hopefully I win. And you scratch off. Oh, do you take one more day? Here you go. You smiling. And it's like you're begging. And women can understand. Women can sense when you're begging. That's why I don't take women on no dates no more. I ain't did that in freaking 6 years. 6 years, guys. I be getting laid left and right. Easy. 6 years. Guys still ain't wised up and learned the game. Guys still don't understand that she's out for one thing, and that's for a good time, not for a long time. See, a lot of guys want that connection. They literally want a connection. I don't want to say I don't blame them, but a lot of guys, they don't understand that if there's no true connection with a woman, it's just sex. It's just wanting to reproduce. I hate to break it to guys, but there's no love. There's no connection between men and women. It's just you see somebody attractive, you see a woman that looks good, and you want to smash and or procreate. And when it comes to women, she sees a guy that is attractive and that's financially stable, and she wants to use him as a plow horse. That's not a connection. That's just wanting to smash. A woman wanted to use you for a roof over her head, bills paid, etc., etc. And I think I'm positive. I had thought a long time about it. A lot of guys want a connection with women, and they feel as though in order for me to get this connection with her, what I have to do is give her money so she can try to connect with me somehow and see I'm valuable. Y'all see how that works? Horrible way of thinking, man. I think I might do a lot more live streams. Get back to doing this outside. Feels great, man. I feel like I can things flow freely. We're gonna be a lot of different places, man. And then again, guys, we're gonna have we're gonna start having guests very, very soon. A lot of different men, heck, women as well. We're gonna talk about sports. We're gonna talk about all types of stuff. Broaden our horizon, man. Make sure you guys like this video, like this live stream. If you haven't liked it, go ahead and give it a like. Everybody, if you're in here watching, give it a like. Shout out to C4, shout out to all you guys. Men are just trained monkeys. Literally. Like, and this is how sad it is, y'all. Women are literally shaking their butt, showing their chest, just naked, and dudes are paying. Like, I figured, guys, I figured this. Women understand that a lot of men are figuring them out. The cat is out the bag, that the dates are done. Now it's just Netflix and chill. Now what women are doing, they say, okay, you know what, if I can't get you out of money, and I can't get you out of, to be a wife, to be your wife, what women are doing, they're just doing the OnlyFans and the premium Snapchats and that stuff. Because here's the thing, guys, women need your money. Women need your security. And they understand that, oh, crap, too many women have came out and talked about foodie calls. So what women did was they just flipped the game. They said, okay, you know what, let me set up an OnlyFans because I need a man's money, but I still don't want to listen to him. That's all OnlyFans and premium Snapchat is. That's all that stuff is. To sum up that crap, it's just, I need a man's money, but I don't want to listen to him and follow his lead. So how can I do that? And they understand that there's a surplus of weak losers out there who don't mind giving their money. That's a sad way to live as a male, as a man. The last date I took a woman on, God, I personally, I think it was, what did I, it was 6 years ago. I literally forgot, man. It was, I think that was Panda Express. I got that chick like a little bowl, and that bowl was like I think like $7, $7.50. I forgot. $7.50. I never forget. I ain't end up smashing. She said, oh, I got something to do. I gotta go here or something. Something's goofy. She said she had to do. I said, oh, okay, and I never heard from her again. Now she texted me a few times, but after that it was like that was it. Guys, you understand these women are fat. These women are literally grotesque and overweight. So just think about this. They have to spend their money on makeup, cosmetics, clothes, bags, and shoes. So they think the least valuable thing that they want to spend their money on is food and liquor. So what they do, they get all the stuff that they think is going to be more important than food and liquor, which is their cell phone, which is clothes, handbags, heels, shoes, and of course makeup is number one. And the least likely thing on the list that's the least important is food and beverages. So they say, okay, you know what? If that's the least likely thing that I actually need to feel good and survive, I'll go to guys who are weak, who are on that playing field. I'll keep all my money, and that's where women go when women say, "My money is my money, and your money is mine." So they use you for your stuff, all yours. So they get food and drinks from you, and then they use their little money that they get from these jobs or whatever the case may be on their self and whatnot. Foodie, alcoholic beverages. And this is why majority of women are obese. Guys, have you ever sat down and ate by a woman? Like if she was comfortable eating around you? How does she look? I mean, guys, I've been with women. This is going to sound crazy to y'all. But the bulk of women I've been with in my life, the bulk of the women I've been with in my life, dated, hung around, whatever, they always finish either they drink or they food before me. Have anybody else noticed that? Like the women you've been with, they either finish their food before you, and you look to your right, and you still, eating and enjoying them. It's like, and the reason why they finish their food before you is because they planned on, they didn't eat at all that day. And then when they get around you, maybe across from your table at dinner or whatever, they finish so fast. And you trying to eat it and you look up, she got the plate like this, just scraping. I looked at so many women and I'm like, how can y'all chicks finish before me? And I know, and you know why they finish before you? Because they don't eat all day. And they're literally waiting to see you to eat off you. As crazy as that sounds, that's what they're waiting on. To eat off your dime, to eat off you. And when they're done eating off you, what they're going to do is go home and they'll wait till the whole next day. Guys, I've talked to women and they said they didn't have a dime in their purse or anything. They didn't have much money, so they just go from guy to guy throughout the day eating. I've even been with women, and it's crazy. I've been the beneficiary of being a pimp. And when I say the beneficiary, this is how I really started to really get in game a lot. Like I'm hanging out with a woman, and I'm seeing her. We kind of dating or whatever. Not necessarily exclusive, but probably exclusive. What women do, guys, they do this. They're like, oh, let's go to Dunkin' Donuts. I want to see if my friend is here. And you're like, okay. So you go to drive into Dunkin' Donuts, and and then she and the dude is right there. He's usually like a beta male looking dude, a thirsty looking guy, pencil neck, weak game. A guy that looks like a servant. And she's like, hey. And I'm sitting there driving. I'm looking at her like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, hey, Chris, can you hook it up for us? And you looking like, he's like, yeah, I got you. And he's like, and then she, you drive to the drive-thru and you pay like, and you look like, and she like, yeah. And the reason why that's that easy is because she's so used to eating off of other dudes, off people. See, the foodie thing and the free food and all that extends. It's like you're a pimp. If you've been with a woman who's attractive, who's with you just to sleep with you and find you attractive, whatever, and you ain't no simp or no trick. What she does is she goes to different restaurants. Like I've been with women who've we went to Red Lobster, Golden Corral, all types, and we always got hookups. And she was attractive. We always got the hookups from dudes. And it was always like a dude who looked thirsty, who had no real shot with her. And it's like their validation was letting her in Golden Corral or the buffet, letting us in for free. Or their validation was basically, again, the Dunkin' Donuts thing. Her receiving free donuts, and those dudes is like, oh man. And that's all a lot of dudes do. And these women understand that even if they have a boyfriend, even if they're seeing you, even if they're seeing me exclusively, they can go to different spots and eat for free. Literally eat for free. And they do this their whole life. Like women have monopolies on different places. They understand if they start to starve, or if they start to get real hungry, or if they need a place to live, they know who to go to. They know where to go. And I talked about that in our video, why ex-girlfriends or women come back to you, you know what, and women have a monopoly on different dudes. They know, they have a dude that's gonna pay her bills, one. Then they have a dude that's gonna buy her food, two. Different places. Like I remember with this one girl, we went to I forgot, was it the I forgot, Cheesecake Factory. And we just started dating each other, we seeing each other, and we go there, and I'm like, okay, cool. And it was my birthday, and we sitting there and everything, and the waiter comes up. She was like, you know what Paul is? And he was like, oh, I'll get Paul. And she's like, hey, Paul. And I'm like, he's like, could you get a discount for us? And she didn't tell him it was my birthday. And he was like, yeah, we dated. We dated for like a couple years. And that's how women have these orbiters. See, the foodie calls, guys, and we're going to get deep in this. The foodie calls just don't extend to you just going and buying up food. No, if you are a beneficiary of a foodie girl, you're going to be able to go to different spots. So the dude come out, he's like, yeah, he winks at her like, all right, I took some off. And you can tell he's like a little beta looking dude. He's, like, you can tell he's not about that life. Right? So what happens is, I think the check got taken off like 50%. He used his employee discount and took off something else. So, I mean, instead of her, out of kindness of her paying for me for the, full thing for my birthday, she basically pimped this other dude out. And we got basically almost a free meal. It's crazy. And this is what women do. Moderators, please make sure you monitor the live stream. Get rid of any and everybody. Guys, it's deep. We see when you're in the field and you've been in the game, you start seeing a lot of different stuff. Like I've been with women who knew the bartender, hooked us up with drinks. I'm like, man, shots. I'm like, man, I'm drinking and eating for free. And women understand the game. A foodie call just does not extend to you taking on dates. If you are that dude, if you're that masculine guy, and you're like the guy who's sleeping with her, the more lover as opposed to provider, she's like, okay, I can't get him like that. Or you just have a backbone, she ain't gonna get you like that. If she sees you ain't gonna leave with your wallet, and women understand, they'll try to test you. And she's like, oh, he ain't that type of dude, but if she likes you, she'll just use other dudes. She'll use other people. And the foodie and the date thing, it don't just extend with restaurants and bars and clubs. That extends to actual department stores. I was with a woman and we went to Nike. And we getting, half price stuff. She's like, oh yeah, I used to hang out with him. Basically, when a girl says, oh, he's my friend, we used to hang out. Basically what she's saying, oh, I used to sleep with him. So again, women are putting monopolies on different Not just restaurants, not just bars, but department stores. So she's getting stuff for free. Here, there. So I'm walking out with 2 bags. I'm like, how much is it, baby? And it's literally over half off. I'm like, man, this is good, you know. When I think about like, how she know those people? One, she most likely want to sleep with, or those dudes want to sleep with her, and she didn't give them a shot. 2, they were ex-boyfriends, they were still orbiters. Or 3, those are dudes who smashed, right? And after they smashed, they still had I don't want to say monopoly on her and the sex, but you know, it was basically like a favor type of thing, paying it forward. Forgive the sound, guys. Is that sound bothering you guys? Right? And it is sad, but this is what the game is. Do you guys know how nice it is to actually date a feminine girl? It is nice to be with a feminine girl. When I say feminine, I mean submissive. Because here's the thing, majority of these women, guys, they're just not feminine. And this is why they be wanting to use you for food. Like a feminine woman, she's not going to allow you to give and do stuff for her and not reciprocate. That's not a feminine woman, guys. That's a leech. A feminine woman is going to open up her pocketbook. It's going to say, hey, baby, I got it. Don't worry about it. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of dudes ain't been with feminine women. I don't blame y'all. Keep crossing leeches. Keep running into chicks who just want to leech and take and take. That's not a feminine woman. When y'all cross a feminine woman, you understand she's about pleasing you, serving you, contributing. She doesn't want to seem like she's a burden to you. She doesn't want to seem like she's out like she's using you. So what she'll do is she'll pitch in, or she'll offer to cook at home. That's a feminine woman, guys. The amount of feminine women are almost extinct. There are some, yes. Again, I said a good 95% of women are masculine, selfish, and leeches. But that small 5%, they're out there. And if you run into them, y'all know what I'm talking about. You literally have to pimp your girl, because if you let her pimp you, you're done, man. She will lose respect for you. She's not even gonna stick around. See, at least if I'm pimping a woman, I keep around. But when it comes to women, it's like they just pimp and they use you and they go on, see ya. It's like they're done with you. The challenge is done. As sad as it is. Feminine, willing to follow your lead, make things easy. Shout out to Robert A. Exactly. Cooperation. And majority of these women, they're not cooperative. Here's the thing. Yeah, a woman has options. Thank you, Terrell Thomas, for putting up the Patreon. Guys, make sure you support the stream. Donate to the church, man. Right? Yeah, they have options, Thomas H. But there's a lot of women who understand their hypergamy. It's going to sound crazy to you. I'm explaining. They understand their hypergamy and they're able to curve it because they know that they have a good thing. That's a small percentage of women, about 2 to 3%, who cut off whoever and completely submit to you. Who understand, yes, I'm attractive, I'm an above average chick, I got dudes. But what they'll do is they'll say, okay, I have a good thing, and they're able to slow down and acknowledge that their hypergamy, as in they have a lot of options, a lot of guys that want to smash, want to see them, whatever, but they're able to put a halt to that. There's a small percentage of women who are able to do that. This guy said, I'm currently dating a girl and not saying she's a unicorn, but when it comes to red flags, she only has one. Well, what red flag does she have? What red flag does she have? Guys, make sure all you men, if you haven't already done so, add me on Snapchat, Darius_M4. Daddy issues. Why you ain't put that in check if she has daddy issues? See, that's the thing. Here's the thing with guys and red flags. They acknowledge it. Either one, you can walk away, or two, you can correct it. And you can say, listen, no. Daddy issues, I'm cutting it out. Guys, make sure you like the stream, all you men. Again, we keeping this live stream up on this channel. After today, after this live stream, you guys were able to contribute via super chat and all that stuff like that. And again, we'll be having guests on here pretty soon. I got a lot of big plans for the channel. I'm excited for it, to give you guys a fresh new look, right? And again, the main channel is going to still be strictly for advice, motivation, life stuff. If you're still in the field dealing with women, that's what it's going to be for. But this is a new twist. I want to kind of separate the live streams kind of from the main channel, and have everybody come here. We got a decent turnout today, which is great, right? So like I said, have some standards for yourself. Game will be easy. And that's a lot. The thing about it is, listen, a lot of guys don't have standards. That's why they think the game is hard. The quote, dealing with women is so easy for me. Because I let them manipulate it. I already have a blueprint on how I'm going to treat them and what I expect from them. So when it comes to me dealing with them, I easily just get rid of women. The issue with a lot of guys having is they have such a hard time just getting rid of women because they're so scared. They're like, man, if I get rid of her, what I'm gonna do? Oh man, I ain't gonna have no other women. And this is how women manipulate you and use you for food, drinks, gifts, dinners, all types of stuff. Women see majority of men like walking ATMs. But it's up to you if you're going to break bread on them. See, that's the thing about the beauty of being a man. No woman is ever going to put a gun to your head or a knife to your rib cage and say, do this, buy me food now. No woman is going to say, I'm going to blow your brains out if you don't buy me food. Do it now. No woman has ever done that to me. I've never seen that in the news. So guess who's in control of being humiliated? Guess who's in control of being used and discarded and abused? You are. Whoa, that was a lot. That was pretty loud. Right? Glad I cut down. That sound much better, right? Ooh, look, you hear those birds? See, this I love this weather, man. I love being outside. See, this is what it means to be a free man. I love it. You can hear squirrels going, birds chirping. This is the life of being a free man, of not being a simp, of not being a recipient or the beneficiary of humiliation. I tell guys, listen, yes, a lot of guys understand, you put yourself first, but you don't have to alienate yourself from the opposite sex. I'm not saying that, because I told you I still deal with women. Never try to, have it against women. You can put yourself first and not, be anti-female. And I try to preach that on my main channel. Yes, put yourself first, but you don't have to totally exclude women out of your life. When you put yourself first, what's going to happen is they'll treat you better. I'll say this, guys. I've never in my life put a woman first and she stuck by my side. I've never done it. I never in my life put a woman first, done everything for her, tried to make her happy, and she appreciated it. Has that happened to anybody? I've never given my last dollar and paid bills and she stuck around. It seemed like she was like, yeah, thanks. And it's like she saw me as just disgusting. She saw me as weak and lame. She saw me as a weak man. You know why? Because women are the ones supposed to be serving and giving to you. They're supposed to be buying food for you. They're supposed to be buying drinks for you. And guys don't see it like that. They think, okay, see, here's the thing. Dating, and this is why so many men got it backwards. Men, we make more than them. We're stronger than them. We're more intelligent than them, more logical, better leaders. I can go down the list. Everything on, from top to bottom better. So if you understand that, why on earth are you trying to serve and court a female who's less than you? That makes no sense, right? It's backwards thinking. If you're a king, right? Has a king ever in the history of medieval times or whenever, have they ever went to a woman, a lower level servant, and said, hey, what can I do for you? That's never happened. The servant, the lesser tier individual, the person who makes less than them, the person who is physically weaker than them, less creative than them, less logical, less of a leader, that person always is looking to cater and prove their worth and get on one kneecap and say, would you marry me? Because the king, he has far more to lose. This is why these marriages never last. Because you got kings, dudes who are far smarter, heck, look better for that matter, but more in shape, more creative, more potential. Everything in the book, check, and they're getting on one knee asking, can they serve a woman? Can I give you the world? And they wonder why these females divorce them, because that's not their place. That's not their place. That's why so many marriages end, because it's not even normal for a man to totally just give his life to a woman. I talked about it on the main channel. This is why women lose interest in so many dudes. And a lot of guys think that, oh man, she lost interest because she has too many options. Not necessarily. She lost interest because you was trying to serve her. And you was giving her everything. And you was buying her drinks. This is why women lose interest in you. Because they know they don't deserve all that. They know they don't deserve all that food and drinks and all this other crazy stuff. That's why they take all whatever they can and they go on to the next guy. Kings don't serve anybody. And a lot of women, they wondering why they're single. You know why you single females, women that's watching or might be listening in? You know why? It's because you're used to taking and you refuse to give. So now the last thing you have left going for yourself is an OnlyFans or a premium Snapchat. See, the women who respect themselves and actually want a quality man, they're not on OnlyFans naked, putting brushes in their private area. They're not on there doing that, putting TV remotes in their vagina. They're not doing that. Drinking 8 liters of Coke and beer. No. What those women are doing, they're at home, they're over here, they're over there, serving their men. Majority of women with kids on those sites too. Because here's the thing. The reason why majority of women on OnlyFans sites is 2 things. I told you. One, because they don't want to follow this man in leadership, but they still want his money. Right? They don't want to be under his roof. They still want their money. And 2, they know that when she's overweight or she's a single mother, they know that no dude will want to like truly be with them. So what they got to try to do is get money from bottom feeder loser dudes. Simp, beta males, weak dudes who don't know their value. So they try to get little couple dollars a month. So what they do is they charge like $10 a month. And a lot of guys are like, man, that ain't much. But there's so many dudes. So if she's charging $10 a month, so let's say $10 times, let's say she has 250 guys, 250 simps. That's 2,500 a month. Times 12 months, that's 30,000 a year. And we all know women have way more than 250 guys. Some women have at least 1,000 dudes. $10 times, let's just say 750 guys. That's $7,500 a month. Times that by 12. That's $90,000 a year. That's why women say, I make six figures. You know why they make six figures? Because they charge $10 a month and they got 1,000 dudes. That's $10,000 a month. You multiply that by 12 months, a full calendar year, that's $120,000 per year that these women are making off simps, y'all. Six figures. I put a video on the Patreon. This female, she's easy 300 pounds, y'all. Her legs are this big, and she's on. She's talking about how she makes six figures now. These women know that they're not good enough for a quality man, so what they do is they just get money from bottom feeders, get money from weak dudes who don't know their value. And it's not just one dude, it's hundreds, thousands, millions of dudes. If you guys buy any more women, any food, anything, you are a sad excuse for a man. You a sad excuse for your own father. You embarrassing everybody because these women don't deserve anything from you. I could see guys if they were serving you already. I just have a hard time understanding, dude. Chivalry is gone. Chivalry is dead. No more of that. Courting is gone. And here's the thing: the reason why women try to shame you is because they want to be courted, and they'll say, "Well, I like a man who treats a lady well, who holds doors open." Guys, let me tell you this, man: the women that say that crap, that outright bring to you, say, "Well, I like a man who does this, who's chivalrous, who's catering." The reason why she's telling that to you is because she sees some sort of simp in you. Or she sees that you're a good man, so she'll try to hold your feet to the fire and make you break bread and make you do all these different things that she never had any of those dudes do. Every female has been ran through and smashed by a whole bunch of dudes who did nothing for them. But when it comes to a dude who she senses quality, what she'll do is she'll have you, she'll try to switch it up. And it's like a test. She'll try to have us switch it up and say, "Oh, you know, I like a man that's catering, that's giving." But she have all Tyrone, Pookie, Chad, all these loser guys bang her and busting her, smash her and run through her, bust her on her face. Then trains ran on her. She don't ask those dudes to do nothing. Women know, and women can sense when a guy has his life together, when he has something going for himself. Guys, make sure you get this live stream a thumbs up. I want you guys to type no more foodie dates. No more, man. Shout out to Mickey FC. No more giving to these women. And until they actually really earn it. Now, a lot of guys say, "Man, well, sometimes I want to do something for a woman that I've been with. She's been consistent. She's been showing up. She's been serving me. She's been cleaning up my house. She's been doing all these different things." Okay, that's understandable. You go out to eat where you want to go out to eat. Okay, get a burger. But she got to put in the work. I'm talking about guys. She got to consistently. I'll talk about it on the Patreon on the Next Level Game tier. 8 months of consistent work, consistent cooperation. 8 months. I ain't talking about 2-3 months. It's all on the Patreon, man. No, nothing 30 days of cooperation. No, you want to see some consistency. Because after that 3 months, after those 90 days, women's masks usually come off. They don't come off in the first 2-3 weeks. They don't come off in the first month and a half. They come off usually after 90 days or after you tell a woman no. And a lot of women, see, they reveal themselves. All you got to do is tell a woman no. That's all you got to do. And when you tell a woman no, what's going to happen is she's going to either cave or she's going to be upset and be like, oh, you know, and she'll give in and quit. You can't cave. Give it a second, guys. It's reconnected. A lot of guys don't have the ability to tell her no. This is why they're forever failing. Because they cannot tell a woman no. And if you can't tell a woman no, then she gonna manipulate you. She gonna be done with you. Press 1 if you can still see the stream. Press 1. If you can't, press 1, guys, if you can still see the live stream. If you can still hear me talking. I'm going to say it again. Your life is worth far more than a woman's life. By far, it's worth more. Because when you really look at it, guys, okay, little laggy, okay, we cool. It's worth far more than a woman's life. He said, get some nature in the background. Let's look at that grass, man. I see that grass. Beautiful. Look at that trees, man. This is what I call living a life. 3rd floor living. Loving life, man. Clean. Whoever cleaned it. Whoever cleaned it, I don't know who. Amazing view. This is what it means to be a man, living free. Did y'all hear the birds chirping? Peaceful. There's no female nagging me, complaining. You know what I mean? You know how much men can't even breathe air? They walking on eggshells. This is the life. The life that every man should aspire to live. Look at this. Freedom, man. Peace. After this, I can go wherever I want. I can do whatever I want. After this, I'm going on my 3-mile run. Now, here's the thing. If you have a woman around you, make sure she's bringing you peace. And a lot of guys want to trade peace for vagina. That's the worst thing you can do. If you want to trade peace for sex, you try to trade peace for sex, you're going to lose your life. Because you're going to compromise your values, your dignity, everything. I ran 2 miles earlier today. Somebody said only 3 miles. Probably somebody that can't even run a mile. A lot of guys do that. Like, there's so many men in this world, and women understand that, you know what? He's a guy I can manipulate and break down. I had a consultation with a brother earlier. He lived down in Texas on the border of Mexico and Texas. 19-year-old brother. Hispanic guy. He's talking to me how a girl, his I would say quote-unquote girlfriend, some chick was on top of him. I don't care how many miles you run. Congratulations. Go. You want a medal? So right. There's this guy I talked to, 19 years old. A female was on top of him, straddling him, and didn't give him sex. It was like, well, I gotta go. Man, y'all gotta cut these women off, man. Hey, moderators, please manage these guys. Y'all gotta cut these women off. Look at this, man. Look at this sunlight. Look at this grass. Whoever cut this, man. This is love, man. This is how life should be lived. Listen, man. Listen. If y'all need some help, email me. I have consultations all throughout the week. Get you a slot. I'm here to help you out because I know what you go through. Not just with women, but in life. A lot of guys got to find their passion. They think their passion is women. As far as sleeping with a lot of women. See, what I teach in my videos, I teach about self-respect and maintaining your dignity. That's how you will get women. That's my thing. When you maintain self-respect, what's going to happen is she's going to respect you and she's going to want to sleep with you and please you. But until you do that, what's going to happen is she's going to play you. Tell yourself every single day, no more free food, no more free drinks, no more free gifts, no more free trips, no more free food, no more free drinks, no more free gifts, and no more free trips. I'm going to say that one more time. Tell yourself, no more free food, no more free drinks, no more free gifts, and no more free trips for these women. They take enough from people. A lot of guys is down. Somebody asked me earlier, man, Darius, you look really young, man, for being age 31. You know why? Because I stay simp free. It's not just because somebody's like black don't crack. No, that's not the case. Because I know a lot of black dudes my age that's overweight. A lot of dudes that's just look depressed and down, and they in relationships or they married. Again, there's no issue. If you want to be in a relationship, that's understandable. I can help you and coach you through that. Just email me. But you got to go about doing it a certain way. And a lot of dudes don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They got gray hair. They going bald up top of their head. And they wondering why they stressed out. They're not surviving. It's because those particular men, literally wrinkles. There's no, like, guys, at age 30 years old, you should still look like when you was 20, basically. Like, if you shave everything, you should look like you was 20 years old. There's no way dudes should be aging like that. You know how dudes age like that, and they start at these wrinkles and they I seen this dude, he literally had his forehead was, you know why? Because he was so stressed, not from work, but from women. That's mental anxiety. That's not work anxiety. That's mental. Because when us men are working, we're building our bodies. If you start seeing dudes going bald at freaking 23, 27, that's because they're too much. It's not genetics. It's because you're dealing with female drama, and women are taking the toll in your life because you don't have the game right, and your standards are not just low, but you don't respect yourself. So you have all these women play these games, use you, run you into the mud, manipulate you, and you start going bald on the top of your freaking scalp. These women cause you to hate your life. Hey, I love hearing these birds chirp. This is the life, man. I'm telling you, man. So that's why I tell guys, if you're dealing with, when it comes to dealing with women, you got to be really ready and willing to cut these women off at any moment, in moment's notice, because they'll drive you insane. A lot of dudes try to cut these women off too late. And by the time they cut them off, 3-4 years too late, they start going bald, getting patches. You start having bumps here, bumps on your body. You know why you got bumps on your body? Because that's manipulation oozing through your pores. You got big blackheads and bumps everywhere. You're like, I never had that before. I was with that woman. You start getting different skin tags, different stuff sticking out of your body. Stuff that you never had before you was with that woman. And the reason why you got that is because that's stress. Migraines. Yeah, dudes having migraines, like, man. That's why y'all, man, I cut so many chicks off, man. Like, I love, matter of fact, I love to cut women off. Like, any sign of any BS, cut off. Just cut off, because you know why? I'm 31. I don't want to look like I'm 41 or 61. Heart palpitations, you skipping a beat. You gotta go into that little the head thing where you gotta lay back and they gotta lower you back. And you know how you can't move. They're like, okay, it's gonna be okay. Just lay back and relax, and you go back to I forgot what you call that thing. Crap, I'm in the medical field too. Like you used to, and they gotta get an X-ray on your brain. CAT scan. There we go. CT scan. And you like, they just, and then they gotta examine your whole head. You're like, what's wrong? You know what's wrong? It's because that woman drove you insane. High blood pressure. Guys gotta really get control of their life, man, because you only live one life. Sometimes, man, I just look out like this. And I just love and enjoy life. Look at this. Whoever cut this grass, I don't freaking know who. After this, guess where I'm going? I'm on my 3-mile run. And I got to upload 2. Guys, if you're not on the Patreon, get on the Patreon. I'm uploading 2 videos, man. Y'all going to love it. With this one particular video, I got real creative. If you guys like the, like my soda, the Coke and Pepsi thing, that experiment, if you guys like that, guys, make sure become a patron. I got another video I'm dropping right after this on the Patreon. You guys are going to really like that one, too. I'm trying to get more and more creative with you brothers, man. Because guess what? You guys deserve it. You guys support me. Or the individuals who do support me. I want to give y'all the best quality work, wisdom, and entertainment that I can. So you guys can not just, get a good laugh. But keep your eyes peeled, and so you won't get railroaded by this thing called life. Right? Number one key to business, always create value. Yep. And that's the thing. If you're a businessman, yes, you can say, yes, I'm a businessman. I like to create value for you guys so you can continue to come back and look and watch my content. Right? And again, I'm on here on the podcast, I'm going to have a lot for you guys. I got so much in store. I'm talking about soon. Right? Oh, on the main channel, I'm uploading videos 3 days a week. I got it set from here to eternity. I'm uploading videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on the main channel at 1 p.m. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Three days a week. If you guys love that Pepsi, you guys going to love the one I got on the Patreon that I'm uploading after this one, man. So, guys, again, if you feel like you have to break bread, don't do it. You don't have to do it. If you think that me buying this woman something is going to make her like me, what needs to happen is you need to take that money and put it in your savings account. Put it in the piggy bank. Matter of fact, you should have a simp envelope. As many times you thought, man, I was going to simp and break money, take that out and put it in an envelope. Sometimes I tell dudes to do this. I say, listen, if you truly think you're going to simp, what you need to do is this. You need to just leave your credit and debit card at home. Take some money out. That's some cash out that you can, uh, get from point A to point B. Make sure your gas tank is filled up, and don't leave without a credit card. Take your license and your insurance, because a lot of guys can't even help themselves. They're literally foodie zombies, man. They just love being used by women. Oh, that's a good view. Look at that. Listen, man. This is the life. I keep telling y'all. Life as a free man. Look at them clouds. Y'all gotta love life, man. One way you can love life is by putting yourself first, like I said in the previous video, and putting women last. Because when you put yourself first, everything else is going to follow. Everything else is going to follow. A lot of guys can't do that. They like, oh, I got to put women first. Every time you put a woman first, you're done. You're done, son. Literally, you're done. You know? Guys got to sometimes look up and see how much, how beautiful that is up here. As opposed to looking down at women's butts all the time and look like, man, man, she look good. Listen, just look at nature. This is more beautiful than a woman. See these clouds? This is more amazing and attractive than a woman. Now, yes, women are attractive. Not all of them, because most of them is overweight and grotesque. Guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Guys, give this video a like. This is live, man. We live. This is how it's gonna be often. If you haven't added me on Snapchat, guys, add me Darius_M4. Everybody give this video a like, man. If you sitting here like, man, I ain't gonna give it a like. Well, that just shows how much hard-headed you really are. Some guys, truth be told, they don't like supporting other men. Not even a like. This is the life, though, man. But you're going to have to cut that weak, effeminate mentality out of thinking I have to serve her, and if I don't serve her, she's going to not like me. Darius, what is your purpose outside of Red Pill? Life coaching. A lot of guys think that I'm just strictly Red Pill guy. No, I am a life coach. Like, guys, I am a life coach, guys. Yes, I have a legit. If guys want to contact me, I have consultations throughout the week. Red Pill is just it's just something that everybody understands. But I've been knew most about this stuff that guys teaching the Red Pill. Like, I was talking about simp like years ago. Like, one of my first videos is something about a simp on my main channel. And every man should have a calling in life. And I made a video how to find your purpose. What you need to do is 3 things. One, you got to be, something you enjoy. Number 2, you got to be able to, be compensated for it. And number 3, who else are you helping in life? Who else is benefiting from your expertise, your talents? And a lot of guys might find their purpose later in life. Heck, me, I found mine. You could say, I would say, I've had a job, but I mean, real purpose. Something that you can wake up every day and any day and do. That's your purpose. Something that you love to do. Something that doesn't feel like a job. Something that you're helping guys with. No, I knew you weren't strictly Red Pill. That's why I asked. A lot of guys, and I noticed in Manosphere and Red Pill, what they do is they're just strictly Red Pill, and there's no actual growth. Like me, I always wanted to help men and talk to men and tell not just my story, but help them out in their life. I always want to do this. So guys think, oh, you just talk about chicks here and there. I love to touch on every aspect of what it means to be a man. The youngest guy I've talked to was 14 years old. The oldest I talked to was 67. You know? Today I talked to a guy who was 19 years old. Day before yesterday I talked to a guy who was 22 years old. One guy, 22 yesterday, he was African. The other guy today, he was Mexican. So I'm talking to guys on all different demographics, and I love doing it. That's why guys got to find their purpose. That's how you find your true calling. Who you helping? And I love to help men. A lot of guys want to, just want to sleep with tons of women. That's not even healthy for you. You know? Let me ask you guys something. When the last time a woman has cooked you something or bought you a meal? Speaking of foodie, when the last time a woman has done that? Some of y'all like, wait, what? When? Some of y'all probably never. As sad as it is. Yeah, I talked to men from all walks of life. Somebody said 2 months ago. So Robert, they said, I can't even tell you. You see what I'm saying, guys? Rex Davis said 13 years ago. Another guy said a year ago. Man, women should be buying y'all food every week. Every time she comes and sees you, she's supposed to be buying you food. She's supposed to be bringing the wine and alcohol for you. But again, it's about changing your mindset. It's all about your thinking. Guys understand. They think that, you got to be 6 feet 9 inches and have a lot of money. That's not the case. Not at all. Because guess what? These Tyrone, Pookie, Ray loser guys, they don't have any of that. They don't have no money. They don't have $1 million in the bank. You know what they have? They have a mentality. And their mentality is they're the pimp and she's going to serve me. That's the difference between Ray and these thug guys on the street and you got a career. You got you went to college. You probably got a couple degrees and you look like, man, why these chicks ain't giving me stuff? Why they uncooperative? You know why? Because your mentality and the aura and the crap you breeding off is simp, servant. You got to have a savage mentality, man. The mentality is, listen, she gonna serve me. What are you bringing me? It's not selfish. You know what it is? It's the right thing to do. You got to have that gimme mentality. Give me this. You got to have higher expectations for your life. Not being a guy who's just buying women food and drinks. Can I talk to you? I'll buy you a shot. I'll buy you a shot. Don't give off any boyfriend that type of vibe. The only vibe you should be giving out is, I'm the pimp. What you gonna do for me? Survivalist, gimme mentality. And guess who women stick with though? For all the women who want to come in here and watch this and say, well, Darius, man, I don't like those guys. Women always say they don't like those type of guys, but guess who they sleep with? Those type of guys. Guess who they buy clothes and shoes for? Those type of guys. Right? They do all that stuff for them. They do all that stuff for those guys. Yes, I'm leaving this live stream up, man. This is a amazing live stream, great view. This is how life should be lived, on your terms. Guys, make sure you get this live stream a thumbs up. All you guys that's watching. Yeah, they can't help it. It's in their biology. It's in their biology to go for men who are selfish. Because those are the strongest men. Women like strong men, not just physically, but mentally. A simp is a mentally weak man. A simp, a guy who pays women and buys them food and gifts, he's mentally weak because he doesn't know his value. And a lot of guys think, yeah, I'm going to get degrees, I'm going to become a CEO, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. You know how many entrepreneurs and men who make 6 figures who are simps? Who still spending $200-$300 on meals and dates? And guess what? They wonder why they suffering. They wonder why they ain't getting full cooperation from a woman. But yet and still, these dudes that's on the corner with a dime bag Only thing they doing is they only got their mentality, and their mentality is they hungry and they putting themselves first because they don't know when they gonna die. That's the difference between the CEO and the guy who's on the corner, who's selling that crack rock, who just got out of jail. Notice, just think of this. All the women serve and give to guys and please guys who are always in survival mode. Whether he's on parole, whether he's on house arrest, whether he's incarcerated in jail, or whether he's on the block. Whether they're always given to a guy who's in survival mode. But they're always taking from a guy who has a chivalrous mindset, who wants to serve women. Those are the differences between those guys. Change your mindset. I'm telling you, you're going to attract not just better women, but you're going to get more cooperation. You don't have to have $1 million. You don't have to make freaking. You can be unemployed. Now, don't be unemployed, right? What needs to happen is you need to switch your mindset so you can attract what you want in life. And if you don't think you're good enough, if you don't think you deserve any of the stuff I said, then you're going to forever be not just lonely, but you're going to forever be buying women food, gifts, trips, vacations. Good guy versus Pookie, Tyrone. Who you going to be? Every man has a choice. You just got to make your decision. And always make the decision that puts you first. Because she would never put you first.